In a few moments, you will meet some of our faculty, learn about the programs we offer, and also get some ideas about what we can do, or what you can do with the degree from any of our programs. As a group of educators and researchers, all of us in the department work together to make sure that our students receive the best education, have the proper mentorship to navigate their academic careers, and most importantly, provide students with skills and tools needed to enter the workforce so that they may embark into a career that will be both satisfying and fulfilling. Before we get started, let me first give you an overview of our department. The short version of it is that our disciplines are engaged in the scientific study of social behavior. We seek to understand how people think and act, both at the individual and group levels. We excel in undergraduate and graduate teaching. We offer undergraduate majors in criminology, psychology, and sociology. We also offer minors in anthropology, human development and family studies, and Southwest Borderland and Mexican American studies. Our graduate programs consist of a Master's of Science in Criminology and a Master of Science in Sociology. And we offer 3 psychology degrees. 1, a Master of Arts in Counseling Psychology. 2, Master of Science in General Psychology. And 3, Master of Arts in General Psychology.
That's right, Dr. Chen. Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Liliana Rodriguez, and I am an assistant professor of sociology. I will be talking to you about the discipline. But what is sociology, you might be asking yourself? Sociology, as a social science discipline, is the systematic study of social life. It focuses on social relationships and individual and group interactions within society. The sociology program at Texas A&M University, Kingsville includes courses in general sociology, social theory, methods in social research, family sociology, sociology of aging, social demography, race and ethnic relations, and crime and deviance. In order to provide you with a better idea of what sociology is and what it does, let me first ask you a question. I want you to look at the following painting. What is the first thing that comes to mind? Don't second doubt yourself, just say it. Now, I will give you a few seconds to take a better and closer look at it. Do you see anything different than what you first imagined you saw? Whenever I show this to students, someone will always say, I see a bird. But then someone else will say, well, I see 2 birds. To which someone else will reply, those are leaves, not a bird. The thing is that the longer we look at it, the more we learn to see other things that at first glance we were not aware of. It isn't until we critically study it or listen to someone else's perspective that we begin to see beyond what our eyes first thought they saw and understood. That is what sociology does for us. It allows us to examine the world around us through a sociological lens. It teaches us how to use our sociological perspective to better understand society, how it works, and how it operates. It is through the use of what C. Wright Mills calls the sociological imagination, or the skill to connect distant and abstract historical forces to your everyday experience, that we are able to link our own personal experiences to a broader event. The sociological imagination allows us to rise above the individual in order to not see events or phenomenon as an individual choice, but as something larger than that. According to C. Wright Mills, the sociological imagination enables us to take into account how individuals in the welter of their daily experience often become falsely conscious of their social positions. This results in us members in society going through life without truly understanding how social structures and social forces beyond our control both shape and influence our attitudes, beliefs, and behavior. For example, Let's take the issue of unemployment. When someone is unemployed, we tend to blame the individual for not having a job. We might say they are lazy or that they lack the skills necessary to find a job. We see this as an individual's personal problem. If only a few members of society were unemployed, then this could very well be the case, but it's not. When millions of people are unemployed, this is beyond an individual's personal problem, and it is in fact a public issue. Public issues require a closer look at economic and political institutions rather than on the characteristics of individuals. Ultimately, our sociological imagination allows us to distinguish between personal troubles and public issues. Sociology is the study of social life. However, it is a discipline that overlaps with other social sciences. For example, like anthropologists, sociologists also study culture. Like political scientists, sociologists also examine how people govern one another. Like economists, sociologists also study how society's goods and services are distributed, in particular, how this distribution results in inequality. And like psychologists, sociologists also study how people adjust to the difficulties of life. So you might find yourself wondering, what is different about sociology? Well, unlike anthropology, sociology focuses on industrialized and post-industrialized societies. Unlike economists and political scientists, sociology does not concentrate on a single institution. And unlike psychologists, sociologists stress factors external to the individual to best understand what influences members in society and how people adjust to life. Sociology is a fascinating field. It offers a lot of research and professional opportunities. My colleague, Dr. Kwan, will now tell us more on that.
Thank you, Dr. Rodriguez. Hi, my name is So-Young Kwon. I am Associate Professor of Sociology. Today, I'm very excited to give you a glimpse into the topic probably many of you are very interested in. That is, what can I do with a sociology degree? All right, so let's dive in. What career options are available for those who have sociology degree? In the competitive job market of today, not only does a major in sociology provide marketable skills, it's important for students to be able to relate those skills to career and the specific jobs. Sociological skills it can be applied to various forms of work in nonprofit, in government, and the private sectors. So, with that being said, here are some key career directions you can take with sociology degree. A sociology program can set you up with a variety of career options in many fields. But here, let me give you a little bit more practical aspects of a job search with a sociology degree. I guess lots of you may or may not think people with a sociology degree means they become a sociologist. So, do they have to use a job title sociologist when they search for a job? My answer is no. Hmm because you may not really see many options with such a specific job title, which is true for other majors as well. So that may be the reason why not many people know that how significant and how powerful role sociology degree actually play in the job market and the career development. So potential applicants, especially postgrad job seekers, are more likely to find relevant jobs through searches involving terms like data, analysis, research, diversity, and service, among others. The good news is that by carefully choosing the search term and emphasizing the skill set you learned in the sociology courses and programs, students can locate a large number of sociological relevant jobs for which you are likely qualified in the nonprofit, the government, and the business sectors. It's because degree in sociology provided an excellent liberal arts foundation for embarking on the wide range of career paths. So sociology majors who enter the business world work in sales, marketing, customer relationship, or human resources. So those who enter human service work youth at risk, the elderly, or people experiencing problems related to poverty, substance abuse, or the justice system. So if you have no clues as to what you wanted to do for a job or become a professional after graduation, check out the list of potential careers you can do with a sociology degree available on our website and the American Sociological Association. On the top of that, sociology also can serve as an excellent foundation for advanced professional degree, such as law, medicine, or education. For example, MCAT, which is Medical College Admission Test. Starting in 2015, the new MCAT included a requires section on the social and the behavioral sciences. 30% of the section is specifically sociology. Also, sociologists are well suited to legal careers because they understand how laws and social institutions influence individuals and group behavior. So, law and sociology jobs are usually conducted in one of three work settings: law firms, the criminal justice system, the federal, state, and the local government agency. All right, so last but not the least, I'm happy to hear add another career path that people can take with a sociology degree. That is the data science or data analysis. So I know it may not sound quite relevant or right, but let me explain how does sociology related to the data science. If you have a goal of advancing contemporary humanity and have an itch to use the data as a tool in the process, sociology and data science can be an advantageous coupling of what may otherwise appear as dissimilar interests. So by collecting survey data, sociology-driven data scientists seek to study social phenomena, allowing space for both the quantitative and the creative questions to lead their research. So actually, sociologists are well positioned to help make sense of big questions in data science, and the field really needs them. According to a recent industry report, only 5% of data scientists come out of the social sciences, while other areas of study may provide more of the technical skills to work in analytics. There is only so much that the technology can do before companies and the research centers needs to start making sense of social behavior. So it has been increasingly recognized that people with a social science background can also bring valuable skills and insights to the table, especially with regards to data science. So even now, the background in social sciences was considered a plus. So I want to have you guys here to be aware of this ahead of others and take advantage of this great potential job opportunities, and you can become a pioneer. And it is the field that you can definitely crack into as a sociology background. So don't misconceptions hold you back, aka the STEM degree fallacy for from exploring and developing your career in this industry. So your academic background in sociology should be stand out. All right. Now I have a question for you. Do you see yourself in next 4 and 5 years with a sociology degree? I hope you do. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.
Hi, I'm Dr. Marion Blake, and I'm an associate professor in the Department of Psychology and Sociology, and I teach psychology courses. I'm going to be sharing with you today an overview of the undergraduate psychology program. So here we go. Let's take a look at what is psychology. It's a social scientific discipline, and it's defined by the American Psychological Association as a study of mind, which is mental activity, and behavior, observable actions. And because it's a social scientific discipline, the focus is on psychology as a science, and it is the use of research in the study of mind, brain, and behavior. The undergraduate program includes the study of psychological phenomena and basic processes necessary to understand human behavior. And specific courses include, we start off the program with Introduction to Psychology, and then we have courses in child, adolescent, or lifespan developmental psychology. Then there's experimental psychology, statistics for behavioral psychology, physiological or psychological, physiological psychology or psychology of perception. And when I say or, these courses are on the degree plan in batches. And so you wouldn't need to do more than one in any particular list of courses. Psychology of personality or abnormal psychology. Then there is the band with social psychology, cross-cultural, industrial organization, or environmental psychology. Then we have cognitive psychology or introduction to learning and memory. And there's evolutionary psychology or biopsychology, biological psychology, and history and systems of psychology. And then there are other courses in psychology available as electives. The courses are taught by a variety of course instructors, and you will have an opportunity to view the pictures of course instructors in the department later on in a later section of the presentation. And research is a part of the discipline of psychology, and some faculty include a research component in their courses, and others do their own research. And Dr. Brenda Hannon maintains our research lab, and she will give you a short presentation of her research area. Students have opportunities to learn experientially through the inclusion of service learning in psychology courses, and I sometimes include service learning in some of my psychology courses. And community service is completed along with the classroom activities to expand the students' learning experiences. And service learning offers practical exposure to the work environment and can provide job opportunities and career direction. And students also can apply psychology in their own lives through course knowledge and activities. And here is a feelings chart, and this is widely used. It's used in hospitals and in other places to say how you're feeling and how you're feeling today. But I want to say to you that however you're feeling, you can choose the feeling you'd like to have. If you're having negative feelings and you like a more positive feelings, and social psychology tells us that behavior affects attitude. And here this bird watcher is having a talk with this little bird, asking, why do you sing? And the bird is explaining, I don't sing because I'm happy. I'm happy because I sing. So behavior affects attitude. So we look at emotions in Introduction to Psychology, and we look at behavior and attitude in social psychology. And students earn a bachelor's in psychology from the program, and it allows you to have a broad-based foundation in the science of psychology. And what can you do with that? You can go on to further studies, graduate studies. You can go on to a master's or a PhD in areas such as clinical, social, experimental health, or industrial and organizational psychology. And there are various entry-level jobs in psychology-related human services fields. And some of these jobs, I have a list there. I won't speak of all of them, but suffice it to say that you could get a job in various areas, recreation worker, in personnel areas, in health education, in vocational rehab, in volunteer services, in customs, in newspaper reporting, sales, as a research assistant in daycares, as a caseworker, such as a CPS caseworker. And there, art is very popular, art therapy and music therapy. You could get a job in that area. You might need some more studying other than a bachelor's. In consumer psychology, or as a counselor, you'd go on to master's. Forensic or criminal psychologist, school, or sports psychology. And what are the, you might want to know the highest paying jobs in psychology careers? They require PhDs, and you could become a psychiatrist, but you'd also need to be an MD, medical doctor. They write prescriptions. Industrial organizational psychologists work in the business sector. A neuropsychologist work on brain issues, brain and behavior issues, and how neuroscience is really enmeshed now with psychology. And we have clinical psychologists who work with people with severe mental health disorders. So I've given you an overview of the program. I've tried to explain what it is, what the courses we do, what kind of degree you get, and also what kind of jobs you might expect to get, first with a bachelor's, and then if you go on to further studies, there are more degrees. I'll hand now to Dr. Brenda Hannon, who will give you her research presentation of the work she does in her lab. So over to Dr. Hannon.
Hi, my name is Dr. Brenda Hannon, and from the picture below, you might be able to guess my research area. Yes, it's the components of offline and online reading performance in beginning readers. So you might ask, what is offline reading? Well, offline reading is the assessment of reading after reading has been completed. Think of it as a typical reading test with a story and subsequent question. So a child might read the story, "What is a rainbow?" and then afterwards answer multiple choice questions about the story. It's considered offline because the child is no longer reading, they're answering questions. Reading is being assessed offline or after the test. What is online reading? Well, online reading is assessment of reading as someone is reading a passage. So the kinds of questions that are asked here is, what words do readers focus on? Do they reread previous text? Do they skip words? And if they do, what kinds of words? Here is a picture of someone being assessed as they read online. Believe it or not, that little black box is what's recording the reader's eye fixations as they read the passage. The end result will look like something like this. The purple circles depict where the reader focused his eyes, and the little lines between the circles are the eye movements. They're also called saccades. So in summary, my research examines the components of offline and online reading performance in beginning readers, and I just want to briefly mention that I'm currently funded by NIH.
I'm Don Daughtry. I'm the graduate coordinator for all three psychology programs. Speaking to you from my bubble, my house, that's why I'm not wearing a face mask. I'm going to be giving an overview of the three graduate psych programs. Like I said, I'm the graduate coordinator. I'm also a professor of psychology, and I'm a licensed psychologist, licensed to practice in the state of Texas. So first, let's talk about, we have the MA and MS in general psychology and a Master of Arts in counseling psychology. I'm going to talk about the elements common to all programs. All our programs are based on the scientist practitioner model, which means we're concerned with empirical acquiring of psychological knowledge and its application to real-world problems. All of our programs emphasize a collaborative environment, learning environment, based on collaboration, cooperation, and scholarship. All our programs emphasize diversity in terms of different religions, ethnicities, genders, socioeconomic statuses, and all the ways people differ in terms of individual differences among faculty and students. So we're all committed to training multiculturally competent professionals. We have small class sizes, which means you'll have individual mentoring by faculty and opportunities to participate in research. All our programs require 18 undergraduate psychology hours. At least on all the programs require statistics, experimental design, or research methods. Those two are common to all the programs. Now for the MAMS in general psychology, it's a 30 or 36-hour degree. Students, like I said, are required to have STAT, experimental, or research methods. Students complete 18 core graduate hours in lifespan, psychopathology, research methods, data analysis. The other courses are electives determined by the student and their faculty advisor. Graduates of this program primarily are groomed for doctoral study and work in educational settings. Our most popular track, though, is the MS in Counseling Psychology, Master of Arts in Counseling Psychology. It is a 60-hour degree. It's required by all 50 states now. It allows people to sit for the Licensed Professional Counselor exam, LPC exam, in the state of Texas. It also requires undergraduate courses in abnormal, personality, and developmental, in addition to the STAT and research and experimental. This program essentially prepares people to work in educational settings or applied mental health settings. Graduates of this program have gone on to work in community mental health centers, university wellness centers, rehabilitation addiction treatment centers, federal agencies like Operation Head Start, wilderness therapy, and just a variety of different settings. Also, we've had graduates go on to pursue degrees in counseling, school of experimental and social psychology, to pursue future doctorate study. And the careers people are seeking kind of mirror the type of field training that we offer. I'm going to turn it over now to two of my colleagues, Dr. DePlew and Dr. Young, and they're going to talk a bit more about their courses and maybe some about their research and teaching. If you want to reach out to me for more information, because this is just a very brief overview, it's Donald.Daughtry, DAUGHTRY, @tamuc.edu. So feel free to shoot me an email.
Hi, my name is Dr. Yukno, and I teach practicum in counseling at Texas A&M University, Kingsville. A practicum is an experience that requires the practical application of theory and conceptual knowledge. Our students are placed at various practicum sites throughout the local areas, including hospitals, clinics, private practice, community mental health agencies, school settings, and many others. Over the past years, students in this course describe their practicum as the single most useful, significant, and powerful learning experience of their formal education in psychology. It is during the practicum that the concepts, principles, and theories discussed in the classroom come to life. During the practicum, students work with real clients and have the opportunity to try out the skills and techniques they previously rehearsed in classroom role-playing and simulations. For many students, the practicum is a very positive and meaningful experience. One of the fun activities that we do weekly in practicum class includes discussing clinical cases. Using the guidelines I provided, students come to class and discuss their cases. After a case has been discussed or presented, every student will have the opportunity to ask questions about the case. The discussion and case conceptualization are conducted in the group supervision format and are guided by me. A practicum experience at Texas A&M University, Kingsville is both highly practical and fun.
Hello, I am Dr. Diplu, Assistant Professor of Psychology, a licensed psychologist, and a vocational psychology researcher at Texas A&M University at Kingsville. What is vocational psychology? Vocational psychology is a specialized field of counseling psychology. It is concerned with how individual skills and aptitude align with specific job requirements, how people prepare for jobs, and how they become qualified for employment. As a vocational researcher, I focus on individual vocational behaviors and work-related issues. Specifically, my research covers career development and work-based transition issues facing people with disability. The current focus of my scholarly work includes work-related variables related to the population of adolescents and young adults with attention deficit hyperactivity disorders, learning disabilities, and autism spectrum disorders. Lastly, my research vision includes the engagement and mentorship of undergraduate and graduate students in research pursuit via participation in publications and conference presentations with me. If you're interested in more information about Dr. Diplu's research, email me at abiola.dipeolu@tamuc.edu. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Colin Wark, and I greet you digitally from Manning Hall at Texas A&M University, Kingsville. I'm an associate professor of criminology and sociology. I've been on this campus now for nearly 13 years, 12 and a half actually. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our programs, our undergraduate and our graduate programs in criminology. So a definition of criminology, it's defined as an interdisciplinary social behavioral science which includes a systematic study of theories of crime, the social foundations of criminal behavior, theories of punishment, and social structural components of the legal and criminal justice systems. As I said, we offer undergraduate and graduate degrees in criminology. Our undergraduate degree is a Bachelor of Science degree, and our graduate degree is a Master of Science degree. Our program faculty are highly qualified, and they all have significant teaching and research experience. Our students, while they're enrolled in the program, they gain a fundamental understanding of the discipline, and they are able to take coursework in a variety of subfields, both at the undergraduate and graduate levels. Some of our courses include corrections, criminological theory, law and society, murder and violent crimes, organized crime, police and society, and victimology. Criminology is one of the most popular undergraduate and graduate majors on campus for a reason, and it has been one of the most popular majors since I have been a faculty member here. Our graduates have a wide variety of employment opportunities available to them. Some of the examples are working as a police officer, working for the Border Patrol or the DHS, working in crime prevention, working as a crime intelligence analyst, working as a criminologist consultant, working as a community corrections coordinator, working as a law reform researcher, and working as an environmental protection analyst. Our graduates are definitely not limited to working in the aforementioned fields, and a wide variety of additional opportunities are available. Our programs have a vast alumni network, which includes people who work in a wide variety of fields, especially in the South Texas region, and this gives our graduates an edge over a lot of other applicants when they seek employment. The MS in Criminology is designed as a 2-year, 4-semester program, but many of our full-time students have been able to earn their degrees in 3 semesters or less. In fact, I've even had students who finished their degree in 2 semesters. The most popular degree track is the courses only degree track, which requires you to take 36 hours of graduate courses and complete a comprehensive exam. But we also have a thesis option available if students want to pursue a doctoral degree in the area or related social science discipline. And we also have a project option for our criminology graduate students. So our graduate students also have a number of teaching assistantships and scholarships available to them. Additionally, we have a number of students who work here on campus and work in the local area. So thank you for your time, and I look forward to meeting you. And you are welcome to contact myself or any of the criminology faculty members if you have questions about our programs.
Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Timothy Oblad, Assistant Professor in the Department of Psychology and Sociology, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the HDFS minor. The Human Development and Family Studies minor is really excellent for any major that wants to work with people or in the community. We cover everything from prenatal development to aging and the end-of-life stage. To better understand how we change throughout the entire lifespan, we also look at each domain of development from physical growth to cognitive changes to social and emotional development during each phase of life. Many of my courses also focus on relationships and how to overcome the challenges that we might face with our peers, romantic relationships, or in everyday life. With all of this, we also offer a lot of research opportunities, and if you're interested, feel free to tweet me at Tim Oblad or send me an email, timothy.oblad@tamuk.edu.
Hello, my name is Dr. Christine Reiser Robbins, and I am coordinator of the anthropology program at Texas A&M University, Kingsville. You may not have heard of anthropology before, but you'll recognize a lot of it, and I'm excited to share with you the opportunities we have at TAMUK to learn and apply this fascinating field of study to your own career path. What is anthropology? Anthropology is the study of human behavior and cultures around the globe and through time. Anthropology asks, what makes human beings so distinct from other species? How have we changed through time? What factors, such as biology, culture, and environment, influence the ways we behave? And why do we look and act so diverse in our practices? How can we understand and navigate the complexities and interconnections of our world today? To get at these questions, anthropologists study almost everything, from globalization to healing practices to engineering innovations. Anthropology has 4 focus areas or subfields: archaeology, the study of artifacts and the evidence of past human societies; physical anthropology, the study of humans from both biological and cultural perspectives, including the study of human bones through forensic analysis; cultural anthropology, the study of culture and people's beliefs and practices, including the diverse social organization of human groups; and linguistic anthropology, the study of communication practices across cultures, including differences in languages and gestures. Each subfield approaches the study of human behavior from a unique perspective, but all the subfields share common goals in understanding what it means to be human. Courses in anthropology examine our human experience through case studies of cultural diversity around the globe and through time. They emphasize how you can apply anthropology to understand present-day social issues like inequality, race, gender, class, families, migration, borders, warfare, ecology, health, and medicine. The anthropology program offers a range of lower-level and upper-level courses which are open to all students, regardless of major or minor. Our courses emphasize real-world applications and experiential learning. Students in archaeology classes, for example, visit archaeological sites, conduct archaeological surveys and excavation, and they learn how to make stone tools. Physical anthropology students learn how to conduct forensic anthropology analyses of human remains. For those who want to pursue anthropology, we have a minor, which consists of 18 credit hours or 6 courses. Anthropology is an excellent companion to majors such as sociology, psychology, criminology and criminal justice, history, social work, communications, education, business, and health-related fields. Whether you're a cultural anthropologist, archaeologist, or primatologist, the heart of anthropology involves fieldwork, going out to the communities and sites to learn about that place from its own point of view. Our program emphasizes research and fieldwork opportunities for students to build their skills and resume. Many of our undergraduate students work as research assistants on faculty projects, including in paid positions. They have gone on to give talks at national conferences and co-author published journal articles. Although you may not go on to a position that has anthropology in the job title, an anthropology minor develops analytical skills and a critical intercultural perspective that is well suited to many fields, such as healthcare, law enforcement, business, education, social work, marketing, international relations, psychology, government, and forensics. In recent years, students who have studied or minored in anthropology at TAMUK have pursued graduate degrees in anthropology, counseling, history, library science, education, as well as entrance to health-related programs, such as pharmacy school, medical school, nursing, and speech-language pathology. Students of all majors and minors are welcome to explore anthropology further by joining the Anthropology Club student organization. The Anthropology Club visits local sites of interest, conducts field research, and attends cultural events. We regularly go to museums, zoos, and archaeological sites in Houston, San Antonio, and Corpus Christi. To learn more about anthropology courses, the minor, and current field and research opportunities, contact the Anthropology Program Coordinator, Dr. Christine Reiser-Robbins.
If you are looking to complement your field of study with an interdisciplinary minor that fosters a cultural, historical, and social understanding of the Mexican-American experience in South Texas, then we have just the program for you. The Southwest Borderland and Mexican-American Studies program at TAMUK emphasizes the significance of South Texas as an ethnically and culturally diverse region of the nation. The Southwest Borderland Studies program highlights this strength by engaging students and faculty in research and teaching, which draws directly on our geographical and cultural positioning in a borderlands region. Our mission is to draw on the rich legacy of Mexican-American and Chicano activism in South Texas. This region is home to political and social movements that fought for civil rights, fostered community, and helped build up the rich history of the people of this geographic location. Our proximity to the southwest border grants us a unique lens into Mexican-American communities, cultural traditions, as well as political, social, and economic factors that both shape and influence the lived experiences of the people of South Texas. A minor in Southwest Borderland Mexican-American Studies has proven to be of particular interest to students pursuing careers in law enforcement, social work, criminal justice, education, international business, ecology, and sociology. Our minor enhances all of these fields of study by allowing students to appreciate cultural diversity, understand the effects of systemic inequalities on marginalized communities, and interrogate notions of resistance and perseverance.
Our Southwest Borderland Studies program at A&M Kingsville houses 2 different minors which students can pursue. Each minor requires 18 credit hours, or 6 classes. A minor in Southwest Borderland Studies focuses on sociocultural, economic, demographic, or environmental aspects of the U.S.-Mexico borderlands and of borderland zones more conceptually. A minor in Mexican-American Studies focuses on modern cultural studies, geography, history, music, political science, sociology, Spanish language, and regional studies, which examine both sides of the U.S.-Mexico border. The Southwest Borderland Studies program curriculum is organized around 2 core courses, Foundations in Mexican-American Studies and Introduction to Southwest Borderland Studies, and around elective courses, which are offered through partnerships across the university. The interdisciplinary nature of the program allows students to choose and pursue a range of different topics, complementing their majors. Both the minors and our courses blend policy, history, concepts, and analytical tools. Many of the courses emphasize real-world applications, case studies, experiential learning, and field opportunities. Are you interested in taking part in research? Our program develops collaborative research projects, which brings together faculty and students from diverse disciplines to explore the complexities of borderland spaces and Mexican American studies. Many current research projects involve undergraduate students, including both paid and volunteer research assistant opportunities. By building research, presentation, and publication experience, the Southwest Borderland Studies program increases students' preparation for strong employment opportunities and graduate school. Recent and current research projects range in topic, from oral histories of Hispanic farm labor communities to immigration experiences to curanderismo and folk healing practices to community planning studies to historic cemetery preservation. Many projects incorporate TAMUC's rich institutional resources for border studies and Mexican American studies, including the John E. Connor Museum, South Texas Archives, the Journal of South Texas, Institute for Architectural Engineering Heritage, and Geospatial Laboratory. For more information about the Southwest Borderland Studies program and its minors, please contact program coordinators Dr. Christine Reiser Robbins and Dr. Liliana Rodriguez.